I had had enough.
Well, you drove out there into the middle of nowhere and had some sort of loud verbal display challenging ET in general out in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I was doing. I actually had a pistol in my hand at the time. I was really ticked off. When I was having this fit, I was waving the gun in the air, okay, and I had this fit. And at this moment, I said, okay.
He was a Louisiana man named Montaldo. Folks around called him Six Gun Joe. Worked with ICAR, don't you know? Investigating UFOs. Out for a drive with a gal one night, they stopped to check out the reporting site. When an alien lit right there on the ground, commenced to throwing his weight around. Now, old Six Gun didn't take too kindly to that kind of thing, especially without Vaseline or anything like that, you know. Seriously. Well, Six Gun looked that critter right in the eye and said, "Any last wish before you die?" Yo, reached for his gun, quick as a twitch, and said, "Fill your claw, you son of a bitch." Now a legend spread across the land about this pistol-waving man. But if you're from space or from Earth below, you don't give no lip to Six Gun Joe.
Hey, and welcome to the night edition of Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. And it's going to be a crazy one tonight. Yeah. Hey, Kevin, what's up, Vet? Thank you. Good to see you, Vet. I hope you got the coffee going. Joe Fox, good to see you. Kurt, good to see you, buddy. Heidi, of course, lots of love from Pittsburgh. Hey, Mish, good to see you. Sally, wow, we're all in tonight. That's cool as hell. I like that. Okay. Oh, birthday party. Okay, Heidi, you just be careful when you're out there driving, okay? Okay, everybody. So, I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio 105.3 New Orleans, Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans for allowing me, thank you, dear, for allowing me to give you this hour on Sunday night and Tuesday nights from 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. Little update, you know, I got to go in with the boys from the chat on Saturday night, and it was nice to, dinner with them, but I did say what was going on with me, so I'm going to tell everybody tonight, and I'm going to keep you updated, because you guys are like really close to me, and you're like my family. Especially everybody in the chat, and now everybody listening into 160 countries out there. You know what I mean? So I got my PET scan done Friday morning, and went over there, got it done. It took about an hour and 25 minutes. See what they do is they shot me up with some like that makes me glow. I don't know, but it's pretty bad. But not bad, but it sounded bad, but it really wasn't bad. And after I just sit around for an hour to let that go through my body, and then all of a sudden they put me in this big old CT scan, and oh, I will definitely, Joe, absolutely. Um, they put me in. I got my CT scan or a PET scan, but they used a CT machine, and so they told me, "Oh, you're not going to hear any results for the next 3 or 4 days because it was the weekend." I'm like, "Oh boy, I got to wait this long." But you know what? It's like spirit out there told me, it's okay, Sean. We're not going to let you hurt. Wait. So at 11:30 Friday morning, the nurse called me and she told me I was the luckiest person, you know, in the world by getting my PET scan looked at. And yes, the cancer's still there. It's on my lung, but it did not spread into my body. Okay. So it's just right there in the lung. It grew three more millimeters, and I'm okay still, right? Um, so tomorrow or Tuesday, I am going to wait for the surgeon to give me. Is that what they are? I hate the contrast. Always in my thoughts. Thank you, sweetie. Um, you just drive safely tonight. Um, and so, like tomorrow or Tuesday, I am definitely, hopefully, hear from the surgeon. And if I do hear from the surgeon on Monday and Tuesday, I will definitely tell you the whole 9 yards, what my whole schedule will be, so you guys know. Thank you, Johnny. I'm glad I made a friend with you too there, my friend. Does the contest make you feel like you're peeing yourself? No, not at all, Mish. You really don't feel it. I mean, um, really, I don't know. I've had so many of them damn things that I really don't tell. Um, it doesn't really affect me that much. But they have to give me all the warning signs, just part of the medical thing. I know I have to go do a stress test, but there ain't no way in hell they putting me on one of them walking things, treadmills. Thank you, Johnny. They're not putting me on a treadmill. They're gonna hit me with some medication. So I'm kind of like happy for that. I already had something like that done before. I'd rather have that. It's one big jolt in your body, and that's about it. Everything's pretty cool. So that's what's coming on with me. Okay. Don't forget, right after me tonight at 9:10 p.m., we have Don Yazzie. Is that Don or Dan? I forget it. Dan Yazzie. And it's Don't Whistle at Night podcast. So after mine done, please, go over and show them some love on their podcast. Let's see, Tuesday night, I am going to have my friend Roy White. I've had him on last year. He runs the haunted farm down on the Dudas Haunted Farm, but for some reason they didn't get enough actors this year. And so they got the haunted maze, the corn maze, which I think is like really, really cool. And it's like, so we're going to have him on Tuesday, give him some advertisements, see what he's been up to for the year, if there's any new things going on. And I'm looking forward towards it, So we're getting our floors redone. Okay. We have wooden floors and they're going to get sanded and polyurethaned and all that good crap. And so we have to go to a hotel room for 10 days. So next time you see me, if I'm not hurting, I'll be broadcasting from a hotel room. So it's like really, really busy for me, a little stressful, but I try not to get overly stressed. I don't. Um, but I hope everyone else is doing okay. I hope everybody is getting ready for the Halloween season. Okay, getting your costumes together, getting your candies together, stuff like that. Because it's right around the corner, and the way this year has gone by, it went by fast, really, really fast. And before you know it, it's going to be Christmas. I think there's some knucklehead that's saying, "Oh, 10 more Saturdays until Christmas, 9 more Saturdays until Christmas." And I'm like, dude, let's just go through Halloween first, man. That would be nice. And then, I was thinking about that, right? So they have Halloween trees. They're like Christmas trees, but they have Halloween decorations on it. I think that would be like really, really cool if you could, put up your Halloween tree and, right after Halloween, all of a sudden start putting up your Christmas lights and stuff and all your Christmas ornaments and stuff like that. And you know what that means, right? Come November 1st, we're going to favorite Mariah Carey Christmas song is going to start. It'll start. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Johnny says scary movie watch list and chocolate. There you go. I don't know what. All I know is that we are going to hand out microwave popcorns, and that's the best thing in the world. Sally says my birthday is 5 weeks before Christmas. It was always passed over. I am so sorry to hear that. Well, Sally, my mom's birthday is December 25th. She's a Christmas baby. December 25th, 1939. And I remember we always had to get her two presents, okay? One for her birthday and one for Christmas. Christmas Eve, we used to have our birthday party, and then Christmas Day, we would just celebrate with family. Oh, it is, Sal. Trust me, especially when, somebody expects everything. Carla, hi, hon. Good to see you. Carla has a Christmas Day baby, too. Wow, 12:01 a.m. I always have felt for people having birthdays that are near Christmas. That's what me and my girlfriend do. We have a small artificial tree since it's just me and her. We change the ornaments every month. There you go. That's the way to do it. Have you ever seen an Irish tree? Oh my God, around St. Patty's Day? My sister who hates, no, I don't believe that, bitch. Who could hate you? You're a beautiful person. Loving, caring, charming, wonderful. I don't know how someone could hate you. And Carla, best Christmas present ever. And so, which gets me to my editorial tonight. It's a little one. And when I'm in my editorial, I just want to know why things happen to people unexpectedly. You know what I mean? It's like, well, look at my situation. Okay. It just came up. But there are other people that go through the same situations. And I'm not talking about medical issues or nothing, but losing a job or getting in a car wreck. Something drastic happening to them when they least expect it. Is it fate? I mean, is it the universe? Is it spirit saying, okay, we're going to let this happen to you, but we want to teach you a lesson on it? There's so many possibilities why stuff happens. And also, too, there's a lot of bad things. The bad people out there, and I'm talking really, really bad people, they get away with it, but all the good people who do the right thing every day, they actually get screwed. I'm not. It could. I don't know what it could be. There's a lot of people that get away with murder, and there's a lot of people who don't do the murdering, always get in trouble for it. But what brings all this stuff upon us? What brings all these sad situations, these things that like throw a monkey wrench into your life? What causes that? If anybody has an idea, I would really, really, really like to know. And if you'd like to share it here in the chat room, um, please feel free. We can read it. Mish says, what I've noticed, if I see you next Tuesday type person, everyone loves you. Aloha. Uh, Kurt says, nice people finish last seems to becoming more and more true every day, unfortunately. But it's okay. Sally says, I feel like our reality is something like hell, and we're supposed to keep learning and doing better each lifetime. I'll tell you, I never thought of that, but you know what? You got a good point there. I will tell you, everybody, that my internet is not so cool. It's getting a little wonky here. So if I go out, um, you know, I'll definitely try to get back on again. But I just like to, hey, Michelle, good to see you. But you know what? I'd just like to see or hear if anybody else had anything happen to them. But you know what? I look at it and I tell people, and they're so, I'm sorry that's happening, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. And I'm not looking for that. Like I tell everybody, I said, you know what? Life threw a monkey wrench into my life now. And I have to find a way to get that wrench out of my life. So, got to deal with it. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. There's a lot of them, huh? Let's see here. I miss it. Yeah, Mish said on Karen's show, the guest said likes like in an escape room. Thought that could be true. Huh? Very possible. Jody says we have to keep learning from experiences and caring for others. Yeah. But I guess we're going to learn. I guess, there's going to be so many lessons for us to learn. Just to see how much actual faith you have in whoever you believe in. Okay. If it's God, if it's Jesus, if it's Buddha, if it's whoever you have faith in, maybe they're giving us a lesson here to see how much faith that they can go with it, and I think we're all pretty strong. I'm 63, went through like Vietnam War, Iraq War, everything, Afghanistan, Libya, the whole 9 yards. And I'm here to live to tell you about it, And I sat down one day and I realized, you know what? I've gone through so much crap of what the world dishes out to the world, what spirit dishes out to the world. And there's a lot of other people that I know, a ton of other people. And we survived. We're here. We're here to talk tonight. So I guess it's not all that bad. But like I said before, whatever comes up next, I will tell you guys about it. I will somehow get the message out to you guys on what's on my schedule is. So that's my editorial for tonight. So, how's everybody doing? Are we planning our Halloween parties? Are we planning our costume parties? And are we going to have some adult beverages at our party? Or are we going to do bobbing for apple? What you guys going to do? Sit on the porch and pass out candy? or are you going to go out and have some fun? Kevin says, was watching Karen's show aired sometime, but we'll have to rewatch. The Orion Effect from tonight, as Michelle was a guest on there, and I got in late on there. Batgirl says, nope, bills paid, nothing left. Mish was saying, thinking about doing a dinner party. That's okay, doing a dinner party, you know, hon. I mean, have it like a costume dinner party. I think that would be great. You know, in order to come to this dinner party, you have to dress up. And however you want to dress up, you know. I think that would be like really, really cool to have something like that. And I know one thing, and serve eyeballs. There you go. Made out of jello, right, Mish? Or else you can get like cantaloupe, you know, and roll it out and, you know, use a little ball scooper, you know, on the cantaloupe and put like little raisins as eyes. That would be really cool. Donna says, I'm going to visit the haunted cabin. That sounds really, really interesting. Mish, I don't, yeah, I know you're kidding. Kurt says, I need to get pumpkins. I've been getting asked, and I think the miss is getting impatient waiting. You better go out skinless grapes. That sounds like a good deal, Vet. Yeah, Michelle said, I have another upcoming overnight investigation with PDX Paranormal this week. Awesome. Where do you go, Michelle? And Johnny says, we're going to watch movies with the hubby. I love you, Carla. It's cool. Carla says, I don't know, but Jello shots might be involved. Kevin says, my vacation starts Halloween night. We go for a spooktacular and scope out the ghosts and goblins. That sounds like a real idea. So I hope everybody has a safe Halloween. I hope you have parties or whatever you do. Oh, wow, this just popped into my head. Okay. You know, instead of, you know, like how you go out Christmas caroling, you should go all out and do some Halloween caroling. What do you think? Halloween caroling. Find some spooky songs and go to houses, dress up and start singing Halloween songs. Oh, that would be like really, really cool to do. Mish says, I made witch fingers, biscuits, cookies. Oh boy, look at all that stuff. Oh, making me hungry, dude. Mish, you're getting me hungry. But then again, all that beautiful, good stuff you got there. You know, my diabetes will go sunny. Huh. Batgirl says, what would we sing? Monster Mash? Yeah. In fact, everybody in the chat room, if we decided to go out Halloween caroling, what songs would you want to sing? What songs would you like to sing? And just put them in the chat room and we can read them off. You know, I think that would be like really, really, no, the Monster Mash, yes. Or else, you know what? We can actually come up and make our own songs. Sally says, I'm going to put on my dinosaur costume and dance outside my house. Well, Sally, you might have to go find that house of yours. Thriller, yeah. You do that, Kevin. Yeah, there you go. Good job. I like that, Michael Jackson Thriller. And then we can all dance doing the Thriller song. That would be like cool. But think about it, guys. Think about it. Let's just do some Halloween caroling. But it is at the bottom of the hour. It's 8:34, and you know the deal. I take a couple minutes break, and then we'll get into tonight's topic, okay? So everybody hang in there. Go to the bathroom, smoke a cigarette, do what you got to do. And I will definitely see you in a couple minutes. Who can we play right now? Let's go with, we'll go with this. We'll go here. We'll go with this guy.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second part of your show tonight, Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. I want to thank you, PRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans, and wishing you all a happy Halloween. Don't forget, Mr. Don Yazzie, I think it's Don or Dan or Don. His podcast is coming on right after mine at 9:10 Eastern. It's called Don't Whistle at Night. Okay, so after watching mine, let's go over there and pay him a visit and listen to his podcast. That would be awesome. But now we're going to get to how different countries celebrate Halloween. Okay, thank you, Vet Girl. Appreciate it. Halloween is celebrated differently worldwide, ranging from North American-style trick-or-treating in Ireland and Scotland to solemn traditions of honoring the dead, like Mexico's Dia de los Muertos and Poland's All Saints' Day. While gaining popularity for parties and costumes in Europe and parts of South America, it often coexists with or it's overshadowed by local traditions that focus on remembrance and ancestors rather than consumption of spooky decorations. So I guess practically everybody in all different countries kind of do what we do here in North America. Have parties. But I know Don, I'm going to read on here because I got my favorite AI tool right here. In the United States and Canada. Yeah, we got some Canadians in here. Well, how do you guys do Halloween in Canada? I know we got some Canadians in here. Is there any trick-or-treating costume? What do you guys do for Halloween up in Canada? And what do you do down in Australia, Miss Mish, for Halloween? In the United States and Canada are celebrated with trick-or-treating, costume parties, carved pumpkins, and haunted houses. Who likes to carve pumpkins? I do. Who makes pumpkin seeds after you get all the pumpkin seeds out of the pumpkin? I do. But it's really crazy, I despise pumpkin spice. But that's for another day, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see a lot of pumpkin spice commercials coming up since it is the holiday season. But so I got to see. Sally says she's never carved a pumpkin. Well, we're going to have to get you to carve a pumpkin. It's fun. It really, really is. You can make any type of face that you want. At one time, a lot of people put the candles in the pumpkin, and they burn the candle inside the pumpkin. But you know what? It just seems like that a lot of people just put lights out. Lights like the little lights. I don't know what they're called, but they're like ran by a battery. of some sort. But it still gives the same effect. Let's see, Mish says, not a lot. I live on land. My closest neighbor is a kilometer away. If you try to do in towns. What's really cool about my place, and I'm glad you said that, Mish, because I live in a little borough called Dormont. It's 1 square mile. And we have a ton of houses. But you know what a lot of people do? They live in, hey, Tara, good to see you, hon. So what they do is they get in their cars, and they're like from Mount Lebanon, Baldwin, Bethel Park, whatever. And then, especially in the city, they'll come over and park their cars in Dormont, okay? And then they'll go trick-or-treating through Dormont, you know? I know that we averaged, I think last year was our biggest. I think we had like about 185 kids come to our to pass out popcorn, yes. Kurt says, this is the only season I care about food, too. I love watching Halloween Wars on the Food Network and what they all design and make. You know what, Kurt? I like the baking one. You know, like when they make the desserts. I think they're like pretty cool. But you know, I mean, you go in there, you got your recipe, you know you want to make, right? And all of a sudden you get on TV. They get on TV finally, and you go through it all, and all of a sudden it just flops now. Ain't that, I don't know, but I kind of find it interesting. Donna says, hay ride through the woods, carving pumpkins with the kid, campfire, and making s'mores. That sounds like really, really cool, especially if you live out there in the country. Kevin says, we dress up at work, we decorate some outdoor spectacular like Christmas. Carved pumpkins can be a thing. Kids go door to door and go on the Civic Center treats and event for kids. Canada here. Thank you for sharing that, Kevin. And Mish says, God bless her. The only important day is my birthday. That girl says, I'd rather paint my pumpkin than I can use it to bake later. That's true. Kevin says, I love going for a drive to see the sights and watch all the scary movies. Much love to you, Cindy. Much love to you. I bet, Miss, your birthday parties are the best. I could just imagine. You know, Kevin, you were saying right there that you go around to see the sights. I'd like to do that around Christmas. Get in my car and go out like on a Sunday night or any night and just look at all the different Christmas lights on different houses. I think it's like really, really cool. That girl says they killed the vibe when they put in an age on trick-or-treating. What do you mean they killed the vibe? I mean, you're good up to 16. And you know, I don't know where I live, it's just like you're good up to the age of 12, and then that's it. You don't want to do the trick-or-treating anymore. You just want to go eat candies. It's all for the little kids, man. And what I like about it, too, is that people come around with their little babies or little kids, you know, and they have the most craziest, cutest outfits in the world, man. It's funny. They're just so cute, you know. And my brother, who has a mouth on him, he makes them scream trick-or-treating. Oh, that girl, you're older than 16. Oh, okay. Kevin says, Christmas sights too, Dad. And I do that for that. Yeah. Kevin says, we can dress up and go for a drive, V. Go ahead, do it. But yeah. It's Halloween's really, really big in the family, and it always has been, and it's a tradition. And what we do, okay, is like we always had pizza. You know, for dinner we eat about 4:00, 4:30, and then we'd go set up the candies and stuff like that, and pass them out. Trick or treating's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And what I like about where I live, okay, they have like three police cars that travel the roads, plus a fire engine that just goes on all the streets in Dormont. And excuse me, and they protect the children, which I think is like totally awesome. Donna says we have the Christmas cave now underground. It's beautiful. It would be to see the Christmas cave. I would like that. That might be pretty cool to see. But so that's basically, North America in a nutshell. Plus, with many other traditions that other people do. Okay, Miss says, okay, although we can sit in the back, be chauffeur. Yeah, why not? Not a problem. And in Europe, Ireland and Scotland, the origin of modern Halloween, these countries still celebrate with bonfires, games, and fortune telling. And children dress up in guising to collect treats, whatever guessing is. I don't know. There's nobody here from ours. Guising. So if anybody knows the answer to that, I would appreciate that. Spain and Catalina, Halloween is popular with the young people who attend costume parties. So in Spain, they just go do costume parties. Now, doesn't say anything about them trick or treating or stuff like that. I mean, I would really, really have to sit down and watch some YouTube to find out, what they actually do in these countries, especially in Spain. Germany, France, and Italy, the younger generation embrace Halloween with costume parties and themed events. Though it's not a traditional holiday, and older generations may see it as a commercialized import. Oh, yes, Halloween is commercialized. Oh, there's no doubt about it. But I tell you what, I think by growing up, Halloween being the greatest holiday ever, okay, we don't really care if it is commercialized or not. It's there. Nish says, anything online happening for Halloween streaming? I don't know, dear. Usually UPRN has a Halloween party on Halloween night. I don't know if they're going to do one this year or not, but usually they do. Kurt says, I want to give candy out. I don't have neighbors. Only trick-or-treaters here would be deer, LL, and they get fed all the time. Well, you know what, Kurt? Fine. Go to a little town, and if you know anybody, go to their house and pass out the candies. Now, there's always a way, there's a will to do something, Poland, instead of Halloween, November 1st and 2nd are national holidays to commemorate deceased loved ones by praying for them and visiting their graves. Hey, Kurt, I'll chip in and get the airplane ticket for you out to Australia. Yeah, if I hit the lottery. You know what, Miss? You're going to have him post it and watch like 100 people come to your house, on Halloween night to pass out candies. You'd die. But I think that's kind of cute, that. In Latin America, Mexico, well, some celebrate the North America Halloween, the traditional Dia de los Muertos. It's the Day of the Dead. On November 1st and 2nd, focuses on honoring ancestors with feasts, altars, and visits to cemeteries, often involving skull mask and offerings of favorite foods. Miss Sherry Madigan, how are you? That's okay for being late. You're here. That's all that matters. You popped up. Thank you for showing up. It's okay to be late. I mean, if you only came in with 1 minute left, I wouldn't be mad. Just as long as you got the opportunity to come in and meet talk to Mish, Kurt, and everybody else in here, that's the greatest. And I won't bring up the moose this time, all right? But just don't forget, you see the moose, take a picture. So, Sherry, what do you do for Halloween? Do you have a tradition of some sort? But yeah, and what's this called again? The Day of the Dead. I believe they have parties for that. I think there's like um, they have like big parades at night, and a lot of it's skull and bones. Let's see. Do you think it's because on so many giving the spirits energy? That's to you, Kevin. In Yucatan, Mexico, celebrates Henal Pixian, a Mayan festival of the dead, which is a local interpretation of Day of the Dead. Interesting. Likely thinking ghost. You're a sweetheart there. In South America, in countries like Brazil and Argentina, the holiday is gaining popularity among urban youth for costume parties, but it's not a widespread culture or family event. It's getting there. It's getting there, Argentina and Brazil. Pretty soon it's going to be an all out party, family wise, the whole night. Guatemala celebrates the Day of the Dead with the Barretas giant kites. Oh, Giant Kites Festival, where massive, colorful kites are flown to honor the dead. Now, we've seen South America, we've seen Guatemala, we've seen Mexico. I just got done reading it. And they honor their dead. But I don't think we honor ours. I don't think we honor ours. Only on Veterans Day. Kevin says, I think it's naturally there, but I am NASA's odd something as well on some level. Sherry says, for Halloween, I always dress up, carve pumpkins, and have lots of decorations. Me and my youngest make loot bags for trick-or-treaters. Halloween is my favorite. That sounds great. What do you dress up as? What do you dress up as? A witch? So, like, just joking. Probably a wonderful angel, like, what is that, Gilda in Wizard of Oz? I don't know. But what do you dress up as, year? Yeah, real quick. We got some time here, real quick. Okay. So, what was your favorite costume that you dressed up, everybody? Please feel free and share it. Don't need to be embarrassed. Not on my show. Not at all. So, for me, I this is crazy. But as the older I got, I would just go to a costume party in plain clothes. And they'll say, well, what are you dressed up as? And I say, well, I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic. That was my costume. Kurt says, I love how in South America they do the Day of the Dead and celebrate and make it a positive experience and not so dark. Sherry goes, LOL, which, yes, sometimes I won prizes for Sally from Night. Oh, really? Kevin's a warlock or a witch. Everybody wants to be a witch. Hey, why not? My go-to was the witch. Michelle had 25 to 50 kids. Aha, that's a good one, Mish. I dress as a tarot card reader. That's cool. Joni does gypsies. Last time was a vampire, some 10 years ago. All I know is that, oh, your son was a little black cat. That was cute. That's cool. Well, I got a couple other things here. And yes, Australia is involved with this. Okay, in Asia, Japan, Halloween is a vibrant celebration in cities like Tokyo, especially for young people, featuring costume parades and elaborate events that blend Western traditions with Japanese culture. That's cool. Kevin and me as a witch dress up about thinking of it. Oh my God, Kurt, you were Macho Man, Randy Savage. Well, maybe we should start getting dressed up again because one Halloween, I won a costume for it. I got an orange shirt with black lettering on it and it said, a generic Halloween costume. It's a t-shirt. I won some money with it. But in Australia, cities like Sydney embrace the holiday with spooky decorations, costumes, and parties similar to the way it is observed in North America. Okay. Sally wants to see you and Macho Man Randy Savage. That's cool. But listen, everybody, those are some of the traditions that are in the other for Halloween. And very, very interesting on what I just read, you know. Michelle says, me and my husband as Pillsbury Doughboy. He were the rolling pin. I bet he had a lot of marks on his head. Moved to Australia, then Sydney. Okay. I don't know, there must be a joke behind that one, sweetie. But I noticed that, how other people celebrate, you know, Halloween and different traditions. You know, it seems basically most of the places do it like North America and Canada. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. But I don't know. Let's show tonight. You know, we're getting like pretty close to the end of it. Don't forget that on Yazzie, that's what it is. This podcast, Don't Whistle in the Night, is coming after mine at 9:10 p.m. And Tuesday night, you know, I'm going to have my friend Roy White of Haunted Corn Maze do this haunted farm. And he's going to come in and spend an hour with us and tell all kinds of good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Discussion more about my situation with my health and what's going to happen. I do know that I am going to go and get surgery done. And I'm going to be like almost bedridden, not bedridden, but I'm going to be laid up for about 4 weeks to 6 weeks. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like, you know, it's crazy. I don't know what the hell's good future is going to bring me. All I know is that it is 8:58 p.m. and that's all I have. You know, I don't even know if the next hour is going to come or not. So I'm just sitting and enjoying my hour with my favorite people, watching my show and in the chat. I got the best in the world. And let's see, we got some new comments here. Oh gosh, is that your name, Michelle Mish? Oh my God, that's cool. We finally got to know your name, Michelle. I like that. That's starting to get to know a lot of Michelles. But don't forget, on UPRN Talk Radio, we have a lot of wonderful podcasts on here. We have a lot of great hosts, and they come up with you with a lot of great stuff, a lot of great topics and different shows. So if you're not doing anything during the week, okay, and you're bored or something, just turn on UPRN Radio, okay, and listen to whatever shows are on. They're awesome. They really, really are. Sherry says, I've been sending Ricky to you. You're definitely one of my favorites. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that very, very, very much. Kurt says, awesome show, Sean. Thank you, brother. You and everyone take care. You have a great evening too, Kurt, and thank you very much for coming in tonight. You take care of yourself too. Okay, my friend? Well, it is the top of the hour. It is 9 p.m. And in 10 minutes, Mr. Yazzie's podcast, Don't Whistle at Night, is coming in. So, children, if you can, please go to your parents and give them a hug and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents, and if you have no children, find somebody, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. And on that note, good night, everybody. See you Tuesday night. And don't forget, no pumpkin spice. Good night.